All right, what's going on, everybody? We're gonna try this again. We did a box opening of Warlord, some Kickstarter game reboot a little bit ago. Kind of changed a little bit. I'm not gonna use a playmat. I'm gonna use just the table here. See if we can't get this to the camera to focus a little bit more. But tonight we're gonna put our money where our mouth is. We have a box of Gundam Phantom Aria. The set releases, I believe, this Friday, the 24th. So 3 days from now. So we're going to take a look, and I think I mentioned on my distribution update video on Sunday that these cards are absolutely beautiful, and they blow one piece out of the water. Make sure I have this set up the right way here. Got my trash can. And of course, we had a lot of young Timmies come out and say, "Well, One Piece is the best ever." Blah blah blah. So now we're gonna open it. So it's pack art here, which is really really cool. Let me see if I can adjust this just a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this, but we get 24 packs here. We'll take all these out. We'll just slide them off camera a little bit. And it looks like on TCG Player, it has the LRs out, but it does not have any of the other cards. Let's see if we can get this to focus here. You can do it. There we go. So 50 common, 32 rare, 5 special, 10 resource, 36 uncommon, 12 legendary, and 6 token. So yeah, that's interesting. And these looks like these are interesting. Get these out of here because it's focusing on those. Asmodee Netherlands, Manufacturing Bandai. Oh, okay, cool. Well, anyway, with that being said, let me get these out of here. Let's see if we can just focus on the cards. Oh, not easy to open. Here we go. Get the little rip strip thing. See, I mean, these are the same as what the first cards have been. There we go. Much easier to focus, I think. Let me try to adjust this down just 1 second. One day I will figure this out, but I'm not going to figure it out if I don't keep doing it and messing around. Okay, so you can do it. Okay. What the fuck? Let's try this again. So if we go all the way down, it's still not going to focus. Huh. Wonder why that is. Let's try this. That's what we did last time. If we go with just a straight white background. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. Well, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. So I don't really know what any of these cards are. Witches from Earth. That's interesting. These are just your commons. If you look at the cards here, you have your C, your GD. There's your power, your toughness. Pretty much the same as what most games are. And I've actually played this game one time. Another common. This is your uncommon here. I'm gonna set these off camera, and let me just back this up 1 second. See if I can give us a little bit of additional space to look at the cards and still get them to focus. There we go. That works. Got plant, got plant. I don't know half these things. V Gundam. That's really cool. So these are just your normal Sheen cards. Another uncommon. Trinity Warship. Another uncommon here. Do my best to keep this in front of camera. Another uncommon. So there's your 3 uncommons. Here is, well, this is cool. So this is a rare. This is your normal foil, kind of like a normal hollow here. You may choose 1 unit, deal 2 damage to it and that unit. That's interesting. And here's your cost, or your level 6. So I believe it's 1 level per turn. is the way that this was originally set up. I think that's the way the game plays. So here, and here's your resource. So this is what I want to get into. So this is an R+. So if we look at this card is absolutely beautiful. And it looks like there's one of these in each pack. Supposedly. Maybe not. I mean, the way that this card is set up and the gloss, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's a rare plus. I don't know if it's worth anything, quite honestly. Let's see if I can put a sleeve on it. I do want to see if I can make this a little bit better here and go with a larger white surface. See if I can get, there we go. Okay, so this is going to focus much better. Okay, good. Good. Now, can I back this up a little bit? Yeah. Okay, so this is good. So if it's on a white, it's only going to focus on the packs. Even this up a little bit. Perfect. So we killed 6 minutes and we finally figured this out. All right, cool. So we have backup, common. I really have no idea what half of these are. Destined battle. That's kind of cool. Uncommons. Gundam Throne Dre. I don't know. Dr. Dre, whatever. And here, this is cool too. This is a pilot. So the way the game works with the pilot, you have your pilot. It's kind of like your hero. At least, when I beta tested it, this is the way it worked. And you have your armor, and if the pilot and the armor are a match, you get like the bonus stats here, right here. If you don't, you're just able to pilot the thing. Maybe that's changed over time. Okay, so here is your regular foil, and this is Gundam Virtue Transam, or I'm sorry, this is your rare. And then here is your second foil. And if you notice here, this is just a normal foil rare, 5/2. You may choose 1 to 2 other active units. Rest of them, if you do, deal damage equal to the number, blah, blah, blah. So, and here's your resource. This is pretty badass. So, my understanding is when you rest units, it's really the same as blocking or tapping for those old school Magic players like me. You just turn it sideways, and it really can't do anything until it becomes untapped. So I'll blow through these a little bit quicker here. Get these a little closer. Common. This is a base. So you also have a base. The base is what you're trying to protect. You have a shield, and once the shield is done, you can attack the base. I think it's 6 life, something like that. And once that's done, you lose the game. So more uncommons here. Here we're going to go to our rare. This is your normal foil. And then holy shnikes, this is cool. So this might be one of the best pulls here. This is your Destiny Gundam. And just look at the card. Look at the embossing on that thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Come on, focus. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. It's absolutely nuts. So one thing I do want to mention, and a lot of folks who haven't opened Gundam really haven't experienced this. That's 3 packs, and we have 2 beautiful cards. And a lot of the cards carry some value here. It might not be $100, $200, but there's $10, $20. There's really no cards, chase card wise, that aren't worth anything. And that's the best part about it, because you feel like you're always getting hits. So here's a rare. As we see here, this is your normal gloss. Here's another rare, and there's your normal gloss again. So I'll just kind of zoom through that. But one thing that's interesting is it seems like Bandai continues to innovate on their cards here and just make them look nicer and nicer, which is good. Quite honestly, I think the print runs are okay. You know, some people think they've overprinted set 2 and set 3, but quite honestly, I think it's enough. It's just that the player base has to catch up a little bit. So here's another rare. Oh, oh, wow. This is cool. So here's another LR. So this is an LR Plus, and it just says Gundam. That's it. It's just a unit. Again, you look at the card. It's almost like a Surge foil from Magic, but you can see here it has like all the embossing in the electric from the sword thing, gun, whatever it is. It's just, it's absolutely, it's just badass. There's no other way to explain it other than it's badass. So I think as people start to pay more attention, because the value in the packs and the cards, I think every one of these has positive expected value, or at least is relatively close. And all the early sets have multiple $300, $400, $500 chase cards in them. I think there's going to be a lot of interest. There's a lot of interest in playing the game, you know, as time flies or time goes by. And quite honestly, I think set 1, I mean, the box is already $275. Here's another regular rare. And here's another LR. Okay, so I'm confused because these are supposed to be like 1 or 2 per box. And I mean, look at that. Look at that shit. That is absolutely amazing. So that is the third one I've gotten now in 4 packs, 5 packs. So I don't know if the collation is messed up, but that's pretty amazing. But I mean, set 1 again, the box is almost $275, which is kind of insane for a game that's not even the 1-year anniversary. You know, set 2, set 3 are moving. So I'm just cleaning up the trash here. You know, set 2 was dual impact. I think is 120, 125 a box. And then set 3, which is Steel Requiem, just came out a little bit ago. But the sell-through was absolutely phenomenal. And again, I'll tell you guys the same thing I say to everybody. You know, once you see a Bandai game and you get to that 5,500 box sale, so here's a normal rare. You can see this here. Once you get to that 5,500 box sale, the supply really starts to slow down, and then the price of things just starts to skyrocket. And you know, honestly, we're really seeing the same thing if you paid any attention to Riftbound, where you know, as Origins is getting to that 5,500, 5,700 boxes sold, the prices have skyrocketed. Now, some of the other ones aren't quite there yet. Oh, I don't know what this is. So there's a rare. So this is the token. Wow, this is cool. So this is a common plus. So this is a token, but look at that shit. You have a little Gundam logo that's sticking out in the back there. I mean, we're getting one of these in every other pack. It's it's absolutely gorgeous, which is really cool. Again, I don't know what they're worth. There's no pricing out there yet. I know I saw some Japanese spoilers of the cards initially. And again, that's why I made the comment that the cards are beautiful. But I figured, hey, we got a box in today, so let's break it. Let's show everybody what it's all about, because it's really badass. Okay, so here's Graham's Union Custom Flag. I have not seen this since I was a kid. So, Jesus. The base. Here's another LR. So I don't know what most of these are. And again, just look at that. It's I don't even know how they make these cards. It's absolutely phenomenal. If they tried to make these in the US, they'd have the wrong stamps, the wrong colors, the embossing would be upside down. It would be a disaster. Jesus. So yeah, we have, I don't even know what to think about this. Because either this box is really stacked, or there's going to be so many of these out there. I don't know. I mean, the regular rares might be the we got another one here. So there's your regular common. Holy shnikes. So this is your LR Plus. So this is one of the ones I wanted to show off. And here, if you look at, come on, focus. You can do it. Come on. then you have the embossing again. And it's absolutely nuts. Let's see if we put this down a little bit here. Come on, there we go. I mean, that's absolutely insane. And here you can see it's LR Plus up here. That's this is probably a couple $100 card. So these little penny sleeves are stuck together. We'll look at this one a little bit. But again, there's no pricing for this yet. So all bets are off. I think LR Plus is the best rarity hit-wise that you can get. I don't know if there's like secret rares other than that or not. We'll take a look when we're done here. So here's another rare. There's another rare. So you just got 2 rares. A resource. So that was a dud pack. So we've had what, maybe 5 dud packs so far, which is, again, it's crazy. So getting back to this, I think, you know, when new games come out, there's going to be a lot of hype for set 1. Then set 2 and set 3 are going to slow down. And then, especially with Bandai recently, once you get to the anniversary sets, it just seems to be a lot of hype. You get the first specialty set, which is coming out, I think, in June or July, which is EB01, I think. And then you have the anniversary set, which is Gundam 05, GD05. There's another regular rarity. And here's another regular rarity as well. And then all of a sudden, people get interested in it. And since there's so much churn in the old sets, all of a sudden things start to zoom. And I know a lot of people are lukewarm on this. I think a lot of people talk their book because they can't get it. It's really difficult to get unless you have an LGS and you're running events. So again, folks talk their book online because they can't get it. But it's absolutely amazing. So here, Jesus Christ, here's another LR. This is Unicorn Gundam Awakened. There we go. And again, you just look at this. It's absolutely nuts. I don't even know how they print this stuff. And I mean, the corners are so crisp and clean. It's crazy. So, yeah, our events are actually, they're pretty good. You know, it's probably a little bit lighter than One Piece just because we got off the One Piece high. But, you know, it's consistent. We consistently have, I don't know, we have 12 people, 8 people a week, something like that, which is fine, especially for a game that's in a little bit of a lull. And when I say lull, it's not the fact that there's no interest. It's the fact that it's not hyper FOMO in your face like, you know, One Piece has been for a while, or Riftbound Origins was. So a couple packs here left. We'll just zoom through these. Here we have purple cards. So I think purple was a new set that came out in GD03, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, and here's another. This is a regular rare. You can see the regular foiling. Here's another rare, regular foiling, and the resource. So do another cleanup here. All right, I'm starting to get the hang of this opening a little bit. And hopefully some people take a look at it because the cards are absolutely beautiful. So common, uncommon. Here we have this rare. We've gotten this one before. And then, Jesus Christ. Here's Gundam DX. Gundam D's nuts. This is another LR. If I can get it to focus. Take it all the way down. And then again, you could just look at the embossing on the card. It's just, it's crazy. Maybe it's my hand that's causing it. There we go. Just around the wings, it's crazy. So I opened a couple packs of Dual Impact just to see what it was all about. Obviously, I don't like to open cards that much, just because you're kind of lighting money on fire. But again, so the card quality just keeps getting better and better, and it's great. Commons, 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 uncommon, uncommon. So there's a rare here. There's another rare. Nothing to see there. Let's see. You. Jesus Christ, we have another hit here. So there's your normal rare. Just your Gundam. Here's another LR. It's crazy. So I guess my one concern is with all these LRs, how many are there going to, how much value is there going to be? So going back to this here, legendary rare, it says there's 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 already, plus an LR plus. So if there's going to be one of these in every box, or one of each in each box, I think that's going to be a problem. Or maybe there's a collation issue. If there is, that's great. I'm happy to get the first box that's screwed up in the positive. Another rare, another rare. Nothing there. Down to like the last 5 packs. Finding a lone with a mustache. I guess it's goatee. So here's another one I can't pronounce. Lauren Chihak? I don't know. Pilot. And here you said, when linked, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less hit points returned to the owner's hand. So it's a really, really cool setup. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Pilot. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Xeon. Yeah, so here it looks like this is a unit, and there's the pilot that works with it. Xeon. Xeon's maybe not. Maybe I'm just an idiot. No, I don't think so. I think I'm just an idiot. Yeah, I don't remember. But anyway, so here we have another rare. You reinforce. Psycho Gundam Mach 2, something 2. All right, 3 more packs. I'll tell you what, these are a lot of fun to open. I don't like opening packs, but this is really, really cool. I think that's kind of a common theme with what most, Jesus Christ, we got another hit, with what most people say. Well, that's cool. So Gundam Faract. This is another LR. Jesus, yeah. So the number of LR is a little concerning. It's a lot of them. So I'm not sure why. We'll see with more openings as time passes. But yeah, there's a lot of money cards in here, which is really, really odd. I mean, it's every other pack almost. Yeah, so here's your Victory Gundam. Another Gundam, some shit. All right, last pack. Let's see what we have. What we don't have. It looks like it's 135 cards, plus cards, 16 card types. We got a dud. So you have upside down A Gundam. And then we have, another rare. So that's it. that is what we have. Let's go through the hits real quick here. Hopefully I don't mess these up too much. So that's your rare plus. There's my C plus. So we have an R plus, and we have a C plus. So we got one of each of those. Here's your LR, 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 and then here we have our LR plus. So it looks like we have a common plus, a rare plus, and a legendary rare plus per box. So look, hopefully really excited for the set to come out. So feel free to buy it. Again, the set is super awesome. The cards are beautiful, and quite honestly, you can't go wrong. So anyway, guys, that's all I got. Later.